Discord. There. Oh, duh, dumbass. Let me pop this out. There, now we're streaming.
We're streaming and it's dead quiet.
Let me pop this out. There, now we're streaming. Okay, there's no echo out to the world. I was just checking.
It's good.
So yeah, like I said, I glued this on wrong. And it's actually glued right. It's just that these mounting points are off because the spar or the ribs are slightly off.
Blame the kid. Okay.
No, blame me. Because everybody who I see building a ship that's this extensive, like Eric watches one guy, and he sent me. I actually watched the same guy. He sent me a link, and I looked at it, and he's almost this far, and none of his stuff is glued in yet.
Oh, really?
Yep.
He's just fitting it all.
Yeah, he's gluing what he has to, which turns out with this type of a kit, you leave the ribs unglued. I think actually you never actually glue them down to the keel. Hey, Kenny. Kenny's watching us from the
I
pool.
love that. On Facebook?
No, he's on. He's watching on YouTube. In the
YouTube, that's what I meant to say. I don't know why I said Facebook.
I don't know. So yeah. Ow. Starting first with peeling this back off. Without, so far. Nope, that's plastic. Knock on wood. I have not broken anything. It has been coming off very slowly, but I'm being very gentle. It's very fortunate that I used Elmer's.
Chat.
Which this disproves the
Elmer's glue?
yeah. This disproves the commercial from the 70s and 80s where they glued the diving board together. Or what was it? They glued some planks together, and the planks broke, not the glue bond.
That's not true.
Well, considering that I didn't damage this hardly at all, pulling it back off and I was using Elmer's. I just got to clean this up a little bit.
See, you were gluing it to painted wood. Wasn't in the commercial.
This wasn't painted. This was just laser cut. This part back here. This was painted. Like I said, I don't know if you can see it. When I had it all rubber banded up, after a couple hours, yeah, you can see it right there where it broke.
Yeah, it cracked a little bit.
Yep. I'm depending on there being a floor here to fix that. Same with this corner that broke off on this one, on the other, or the one on the other side. So let me see if I can get a little bit more of this glue off. By the way, Donnie, you shouldn't paint
Yes?
that. You shouldn't paint that. You should just unmask it and say it's a Section 31 Vulcan shuttle.
That would work.
It looks very cool that way.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. Did you see the picture that I started putting the, what was it? The Spindrift together?
Yes, I did.
What's funny is that's an older one that I thought I was missing decals, but it turns out the older one back in the 70s, I think it was, did not, or no, I think it was 2004.
But it didn't come with decals?
Nope. That's why the TSDS decals are out there. But it looks like it's going to be, even with lights, just a weekend kit. Spencer!
Yeah.
You're right.
Hello.
Hey, Spence. You're right, Eric. I'm
What's
doing
going
what
on,
you do.
Skip?
Oh, not too much. Not at the moment, anyway.
Eric commented that I'm doing what he does, build something and then take it apart. But I think he usually gets it completed first before he takes it apart.
Yeah.
So how's the restroom going there, Spence? Or, pardon?
Hold on a second. I gotta get my pop-out chat here. Pop-out chat. Good. So, the small bathroom is done. I finally think I got the toilet issues situated, at least I think. So,
What about the washroom?
no, it was actually flash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the bottom of the tank had a lot of casting flash on it. I had to sand it away because I noticed a big gap where the bottom of the tank met the front of the tank at its bottom met the bowl. So I sanded it, or we sanded it, put it all back together, and it's been about, I don't know, 40 minutes since I got it done. It's not leaking yet, so
That's
still
good.
playing a bit of the- yeah, still playing a bit of the waiting game, but hopefully that's sorted. So, I've got about a week before the contractor comes back to start the big bathroom, so a little bit of a respite. But I'd like to be able to get most of the work for the next HLI board cranked out over next week.
Cool.
And then when he starts work on the bathroom, deal with that. But you know how renovations go.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't think, well, flash on the toilet itself never occurred to me, and I've done a huge number of toilets.
Yeah,
Never thought of it either.
yeah, it was leaking out the bottom of the tank in the front where it sits on the bowl a little bit, and I think what was happening is that was running back to one of the bolts and dripping down off of it because I could kind of see it, and when I turned it upside down, because I didn't put it, the contractor put it in, I didn't, so I took it apart, and there was a lot of like unevenness and bumpiness. It wasn't like all the way around, it was just in certain spots, and when I put the tank back on, I could notice a big gap, so I got out some sandpaper and sanded it down, and I think it's working, so I don't know by tonight whether or not that fixed it, so.
But did you use some gap filling putty? Sorry.
Anybody who's watching who doesn't know toilets, porcelain on porcelain seals are fine.
Yeah.
And I probably should have broke out the epoxy sculpt or something. I
The
don't know.
little white old plastic putty.
Yeah. The first house we ever bought, my wife said, "Can we replace the toilet?" And that kind of set up a pattern. We haven't replaced all of them over the years, but we've replaced a bunch of them.
I have the original toilets in our house. I've rebuilt them a couple times, but
Did that recently with one of ours and discovered something really, really interesting about one of our toilets.
what's that?
The valve at the wall is broken.
Oh,
Oh,
it's broken.
It's broken in that,
Where you turn the water off?
yeah, where you turn the water down actually.
shut off valve does not shut off.
Exactly. Which, when I installed the bidet, it could have been an interesting problem if I didn't know where the house water was.
Yeah.
But what was funny is after I installed the bidet in that one, it wouldn't stop running. Or no, it wasn't that it wouldn't stop running. The water didn't run at all. When I turned everything back on, I'm like, what the hell? So I took the valve apart and the refill valve apart, and what it turns out to be is there was some little rocks that you occasionally get in your water lines inside the refill valve. So I know what I got to do. I got to turn off the house water sometime, disconnect that thing, and get in there with a screwdriver and peel out whatever rock is right there at the valve.
That's like fine.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it'll be interesting. It's one of them things that my wife and I have decided that there's not, or we have not yet found anything I cannot fix.
Yeah.
Exactly, yet. Well, actually, we have found one thing. I can't fix a rainy day. If it's going to rain, I can't stop it.
You need to get to work on that, but
I know. That is so upsetting. Just that much sanding, and this piece at least is good.
Eric.
This one in the front, though, is bad.
Is that way?
Where is Blade?
still working on the or is that
What?
Michael Myers?
This is Michael Myers. I figured Halloween's
Yeah.
getting closer, so I'm gonna have to step outside for a few minutes and do some priming.
Nah, do it there. Paint fumes are good for you.
I would, but my paint booth is a mess. I got it piled up with a whole bunch of crap right now.
Well, mine's
It's too bad I use it anyway.
yeah. Well, mine's got one can of paint in it and like 12 on top of it. So I'm sitting here cutting this wood, thinking back to a time when I was like 6 and I used a knife to try and cut a hole in something, and I slipped and I cut my finger.
That's not good.
No. It was a little toy car that the wheel had come off of. So I was trying to poke a hole in the bottle cap to replace it.
Bottle cap wheel.
Yes. Well, what's funny is I didn't scratch build for a long time, and I still don't do a whole bunch of scratch building. But at 6 years old, I sure did.
I think we all did at 6 years old. at 6 years old, you're like, oh man, it's so much, I can fix it.
I can fix anything. That's what it. So I'm not 29 years with 27 years of experience. I'm 6 years old with 51 years of experience.
There you go.
White.
Can't believe Eric's not saying more. I mean, the pearl is on screen and he's just quiet.
Well, I did. It said something, so you think he's watching it.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, all I really have to do left with Michael is paint and a little bit of weathering, and that's it, because I'm not going to get too extravagant.
Have either of you done the monster kit? The living room scene?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was just curious because I haven't started it yet and I'm not sure how long it's going to take to build. That is so close. It's so close. It's there. Yay.
Well, just look at it, estimate how long you think it's going to take, and then double it.
So 6 years. Got it. I see. Eric says he's watching the shipmaster at work. Apparently he didn't hear that I screwed this thing up on one side completely. But on the other hand, I do know how to fix it.
Well, that's what being a modeler is. It's not knowing how to do things right. It's knowing how to fix the things you didn't do right.
No. Not knowing how to fix them, how to hide them.
Yes. Off camera.
So I think the best way to go let's see if this is still gonna fit. That's gonna be the best thing to do. And hope that I don't inadvertently glue this piece in place. Hey, look! This one fits without any cutting. None of the others did.
Yeah, lucky. How many of those have you put on so far?
Oh, these these inner side panels.
Yeah.
This entire wall. I want to say this was I'm thinking 7, but it's got to be more than that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22 of them.
Oh, 1 out of 22.
Yep. So it's going to actually work out to be, there's 3 up here, there's 2 back here, that's 10. I did have this cargo just thrown in place to see where it would fit. And I did all those flipping barrels and buckets yesterday, except for these. These in the corner here were already done. Okay, here goes nothing. Let me try gluing this again. See if I can get it right this time. Of course, what these being off like that is going to mean is that the next deck is going to be
Off too.
yes, not straight. Shouldn't be too bad, but it's not going to be perfect by far.
Straight's just a matter of perspective.
Exactly. It's going to look like they're a little bit seasick.
It's the pearl.
Why is the rum always gone? So now the hardest part about doing this, get stuff out of the way so I don't lose it. If you ever do a wooden ship, remember that rubber bands are your friend. And also remember balance. You need to balance how many rubber bands you are putting on to whether you're going to snap your wood or not.
Use rubber bands on plastic models.
Yep.
Sorry, Eric. When I step out the basement door, I lose reception on my headphones, but I'm probably not going to be flocking the grass. I'm probably just going to do, like, lots of washes and dry brushings.
No grass.
No.
So I can picture your neighbor's fence when you walked out with a can of spray paint, Michael Myers wearing headset. They're like, what's Spence doing? Oh wait,
It's a real cabin in the woods scenario, I guess.
well, I was going to say that's right. Don't you live like away from everybody?
Just about.
Just the kid with the banjo for somebody to watch what you're doing.
I don't know how to play banjo.
I didn't mean you. I mean the bald kid.
Oh. I guess.
You're not picking up what I'm putting down. Deliverance, man.
I don't paddle faster, I hear banjo music. I don't know if you heard that or not.
I did.
Okay. I left the basement door open that time so I could get reception.
Okay. That one looks good.
Hell, I go out on the front porch all the time to paint stuff.
I've got 2 paint booths. I've got the one in the garage and the little one here in the shop. Why did I take these off? Take the rubber
Well,
bands off.
I have my paint booth here in the shop, but I don't use spray cans in it.
Oh, come on. Get the most
Because it's
fumes
not
that
needed.
way. You're missing out on all those paint fumes? Come on, Donnie.
I don't know. There is some old wife objects to paint fumes.
Eric is exactly right. Never take a canoe trip with Burt Reynolds. Ever. Riding in a Camaro with him, not so bad.
In the world with him?
Huh?
Riding in the world with him?
Camaro. Think it was, or no, it was Trans Am, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Damn. I was going to say Camaro?
What was he driving at the end of the movie? The red car.
Well,
Plymouth, wasn't it?
it was a Cadillac.
Cadillac. Okay. I thought it was a Plymouth or something.
Just out of curiosity. Oh, that's too bad.
What's too bad?
So I had a thought, and other than a few minor body details, I was like, I could make this into the Trans Am, but I can't because it's a Firebird. Hang on, I didn't have
Still basically the same thing.
exactly. But looking at the front end here is different.
It's also probably a different year.
It's off by 2 years to 79, where I just looked it up. Smoking the Bandit was a
Yeah.
77.
I have the 77 Smoking the Bandit edition. Damn. Maybe that was the 78. I can't remember.
No, I looked at it, looked it up, Googled it, and according to the Google, it's a 77.
Yeah, I know the one he had in the movie was a 77, but I mean, they came out with the special edition Smoking the Bandit Trans Am. I
Ah,
can't remember if it was a 77 or a 78.
oh, you know what? I did not realize. I'm sitting here looking at Google, and the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am was a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am.
Or was it?
So I could build a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am.
Yeah, it had the gold Firebird on it, right?
Yeah. Let me see if this one's gold or is. I'm pretty sure it might be gold and black.
So, probably a black decal.
We'll find out in a second. Because the car is actually molded in white. Cool. It's not a black decal, but it's golden brown. I tell you what, though,
That's weird.
I like that blue one. I really like that blue one. That is a very interesting license plate.
What's it?
Flame on.
Oh.
So that makes me think that it might be what is it?
That's the Marvel edition Trans Am.
Exactly. Or was Fantastic Four Marvel or DC? I know that
Marvel.
I know they've never gotten a decent movie.
No, they haven't.
But if they have one out there that it's the Human Torch's car, I may have to do that one instead. Finding all my screens, getting them back. It's the only problem with surfing the internet while we're doing this. You get lost. Hey, GB!
Oh man.
What's up, GB?
What's up?
So let me think. Yeah, it should actually be a decent hour for GB. Like 9 o'clock. Yeah, he did. Eric made me to buy another model. He said, I like this model. I looked at it and he's like, $15 is a fantastic, I'm going to tell everybody, Eric. I'm going to tell everybody and then they're going to buy them all and you won't be able to get one. Nah, $15 was a fantastic buy for that model, especially when it runs 30 to 35 everywhere else. So Eric made me buy another model.
Where'd you get it at?
HobbyLink. Not HobbyLink International.
Or Hobby Link?
Hang on. Let me go into Discord chat from last night. Eric's not going to be able to get it because they're going to sell out.
And he needs to get some sci-fi stuff on the Link International store.
Yep. So if you go to hobbylink.com and look up Southern Belle Riverboat, it's a 1/64th scale riverboat.
Nice.
And I'm kind of partial to riverboats. I've built one and I've got 3 more in the stash, I think. One of them started.
Admit it, bud. You're just partial to buying models.
Uh-huh. I don't argue that ever. I looked at ScaleMates because, every now and then I look at ScaleMates to figure out how intensely invested in this hobby I am. And I am over 450 models now.
Jesus.
I'm maybe a third of the way to that, but that'd be pushing it.
Not even started yet? I think I've got 20 or 25.
That's not bad. I was there one time. And
One time. I was there once.
it was funny because I was sitting
And he
there.
hasn't looked back since.
I haven't looked back since I was at 150. And that was one of these things of when I went out and went out to the garage and reordered them and everything and realized I had 150. I was like, I got a problem.
I have a problem. I haven't made 200 yet.
That's exactly it. Hey, those of us with the mega stashes, when we see people that they put up their stash and they're like, I got 75 models, do you think I have a problem? And we all respond with, yeah, you don't have enough models.
Right.
There are 2 hobbies related to styrene models. Collecting
Building and collecting.
and building.
That's okay. I have a good paint collection.
Yeah, I got an okay paint collection. Hate the way this file squeaks when I use it.
Don't they all squeak?
A little bit, depending on what you're using them on. By the way, you guys would be amazed to find out that this morning before I started working on models, I cleaned up the shop and put away everything.
Oh.
Trying to do that every day when I get done, but
Okay. GB just blew me away.
how?
He said try 1600 kits. I'm just getting started.
Ow. 1600?
Yep.
Model stat, model stash, or model shop?
Exactly. Speaking of which, I was talking to somebody on Facebook yesterday, day before, and he was talking about getting back into the hobby. So I said, "Dude, you got to come over to HLI and talked up the site quite a bit." And then we talked about how many kits. He mentioned how many kits he had. He had several kits. He didn't give an actual number, but I'm like, yeah. I posted a picture and I said that Kenny says that I don't have a stash, I have a store.
Bunch.
Yep. GB doesn't have a store, he has a warehouse.
If he has 1600 kids, yeah.
The thing is, my stash is my legacy. I'm not leaving anything to my family except for a bunch of plastic.
I know that, guys.
Well, see, the thing is, oh my God. He lives in a 3-bedroom house. He's been on his own and he says molding, but I think he meant modeling, for 50 years. It's amazing how much stuff you collect.
I can imagine.
Wow, I went way down beyond this thing because it just wasn't popping in there. It's okay. Oh, that's beautiful. This one still needs to be shaved because no matter how you slice it, it don't fit between the ribs. It does, but then you put this wall in here and it's all over but the crying.
I'll make it fit.
I will. That's what knives are for.
And drills and hammers and saws and files.
So even after correcting that back here, need something to keep it there. Hate it when the clamps are just not quite long enough. This one is still gonna need some work. Up here in the front. But not near as bad as it was. And this part here, this part here was going to be a 1/4 inch off everywhere.
Well, why did you do that?
'Cause that's not going to fit that way. Try it upside down just for giggles. That's even worse. You know the sad part is, I did this this morning. Exactly what I'm doing right now. About to do right now. Glued this on. That's why you can see some cracks in the wood. I realized what was going on as I was gluing it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that again. That's funny.
What's that?
GB just said that he has a friend that owns a model shop, and he gets customers asking if they can get a kit, and he calls him first to say, "Do you have this kit? Can I get it?"
You want Bunyan?
And Eric's like, "Take it they're all vintage?" Hey, John. Welcome to the Sunday stream. You know, I'm almost tempted to ask GB if he has a Grail kit of mine.
What's that?
Chitty chitty bang bang. You can still find it for $400.
Ow!
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need it that bad.
No.
Okay. The bad part about rubber bands is getting them stretched over the kit while you're doing it. Not breaking anything. This is actually going. No! Damn it! It's exactly what I was just saying. I broke this piece here loose. It wasn't having to do with the rubber band. I just had my finger on it. Yeah. Laugh it up.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
No, you're laughing at me.
Okay, I am.
I do the same thing. But see, I don't lie to people. I tell them I'm not laughing with you. I'm laughing at you. Come on, you fit in there before. Oops. Was gonna say save the pieces, but it was just my nail pusher. Well, that's interesting. Never noticed that the cap came off before. I just saw that end cap. I'm like, huh. Oh, no. You know what? Wow. Really? I just
The
realized.
end cap's not supposed to come off?
No. It is supposed to come off. Donnie laughs because it ain't the Enterprise. That is true. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's adjustable. But I'm not positive. By the way, this is where my ADD kicks in and I go off onto a tangent of doing something else.
Been there, done that.
So it looks like it should be adjustable, but it's not. Unless I'm doing something completely wrong.
Ah, that never happens.
Not more than every day. Okay. Back to this.
I've been doing things wrong for so long that I get worried when I get something right.
Yeah. I resemble that remark.
Well, Michael Myers is primed. Ready to paint, although the autofocus sucks. Come on. There you go.
Not bad.
Ooh.
Okay, let me try this again. Put this in the right spot this time. I did this earlier. Damn it. This is something I don't do very often, which is use the nails to hold the pieces together.
Oh, did the pearl come with nails?
Yep. What it's for, that didn't work. Missed completely. I'm gonna have to do a new one. If I can get this one back out. What the nails are for is to line up, or when you line up the pieces and you're gluing them like this, fuck me running.
What'd you do now, bud?
I snapped it. I snapped it good and proper. It's not unrecoverable, but I snapped the shit out of it. So that means plan B.
Plan B, demonetized.
I didn't know I was monetized.
Oh, well, you aren't now.
I've got like, what is it? I've got like 60 videos and 100 subscribers. I got years before I'll get monetized. Yes, shipwreck. Here, let me show you what just happened. The pin pusher just went through right here.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately, that will eventually be planked over. So plan B is to go up underneath here with super glue.
You could just call it battle damage.
No. Eric would do that.
No.
I'm being very courageous here because if I go too far over, pins drop out of doors and things really, really suck.
I've seen those movies. The Pearl was in a lot of battles.
It was.
Well, there you go. This is the Pearl after a battle.
No, 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 no. GB said, oh crap, plan B.
Plan B, hide what you did wrong.
It's exactly what you do. There is no battle damage.
Yeah, it is. Now you hide what you did wrong. You hide it behind the battle damage.
See, the next thing I'm going to do, though, by putting all this glue up under here, is I'm going to push it down, and then I'm going to glue myself to the model.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You gotta get to plan C before you get to plan D, Buck. Plan D is glue yourself to the model.
Ah, okay.
What's plan C?
I don't know. I have to check the manual.
Snap more pieces off. And of course I'm using the crappy Chinese super glue. Wait,
That turned out a little more white than I was planning.
I was going to say, wasn't that black?
It was. It's now white-ish.
Holy crap. Plan B looks like it might work.
It usually does.
I just lifted my finger off of it and it stayed where it was at.
I don't think Kenny's still
Okay, you're
watching.
doing something. Do what?
I don't think Kenny's still watching, but if he is,
Tea.
T. T.
Could be tea.
In a bottle.
Could be
Tea
tea.
in a bottle.
Could be whiskey and Coke.
Well, since Kenny's not watching Spence, what's the plan for HLIFX002?
Right now, try to get everything programmed and tested by the end of next week. and hopefully by the time he gets back, have stuff ready to ship to him.
Nice.
So, that's assuming that no other situations arise.
No more toilet leaks.
No more trips, at least for the next week, to some home improvement store somewhere.
I know you said some home improvement, but it sounded like sub home improvement, and I was like, is that a new kind of store?
It's a sub
Near
home improvement store because he went to Lowe's.
the nearest Lowe's and Menards and Home Depot, any of that is about an hour and a half away. So it's a 3-hour trip.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's just like it's an afternoon, just kind of gone. So when the gasket breaks or you have to return broken tile because somebody was dumb enough to drop it during shipping or some other nonsense.
I have a Lowe's and a Home Depot both within like 15 minutes here.
Well, we finally got a Menards, not far from Lowe's, which is far superior. At least it is so far.
Never been to a Menards.
Yeah, they're more upper Midwest.
Yep.
They finally gotten this far in the Ohio Valley, or at least the upper Ohio Valley. That and Harbor Freight. I think the Harbor Freight just came in.
Love Harbor Freight.
Yeah. But before that, it was either Lowe's or a crappy little Ace Hardware we had, and that was it.
So you guys haven't mentioned anything that I don't have at least one, if not two of, within 30 minutes of me. I'm in a good
People
place.
say, man, don't ever buy stuff at Harbor Freight. It wears out too quick. And it's like, dude, really? How often do you actually use the shit you buy? You know?
Yeah.
It's not like you're going into business.
I have a toolbox in the garage that I got from Harbor Freight. And it's comparable to, like a Snap-on $700-800 toolbox. I bought it for $300. I love it. It works great.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not disagreeing that Harbor Freight's stuff is not the same high quality as the name brands, but the amount that you use it just for normal home repair, is it really going to matter?
Yeah, exactly.
I have Harbor Freight tools that are 10, 15 years old and still work as good as they did when I bought them, because I've used them like 15 or 20 times.
So Donnie, one of the things that's really cool about Menards, they sell peanuts.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
Yes, they have snacks in the store for you to pick up. So you got snacks for while you're working on your project.
Nice.
I recognize that box. I saw that box there, Spence.
Menards was the very first any kind of big box store around here that actually has an elevator in it in the second floor. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I have seen like 4 models in the last minute on your screen, Spence. Are you not sure what to do?
4. Oh, it was 4.
Okay, maybe it was 3, because you got the nacelles, but those are for the Enterprise that I just saw, which I was counting as a separate one, and then you had the Cloud.
Oh, yeah. I'm not messing around with the Claude right now. Not in the mood.
Well, come on, why not?
Because I need to paint fiddly bits, and right now I'm just more of in a cleanup mood. I got a lot of cleanup on these resin parts.
Now that I have chunks of wood
But
drying,
but it's the Enterprise, so, and it's the Enterprise D for that matter. So
It is. A new and improved Enterprise D.
it's the future Enterprise that
From
isn't,
the future.
but it's not canon.
well, the future Enterprise D is not. The Dreadnought class is technically canon.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So Donnie, you have something really weird in the lower left corner of your screen. You've got a blue, green, and red paint smear that is.
When did it do that?
Huh?
Here we go.
What was that?
That looked like a collar profile, so like, something like that.
I'm using my DSLR, and for some reason it does that every now and then.
Okay. Pearl has got to move while it dries. I'll get back to that.
Yeah, I'm fixing to set this shuttle aside to dry.
Just not.
Oh, by the way,
Uh-huh.
I got these to put in the Disco Prize. If I can get the little baggie open. Cooperate, baggie.
Ah.
Oh, that camera's not working. Why is that camera not working? Alright, computer, why are you doing this to me today?
Because it's a live stream. It wouldn't do it if you weren't streaming.
Yeah, it's using the virtual camera, so this camera should be working. But it's not. Oh well, I'll do it this way. See if it'll focus.
Oh, okay.
Wow. You did something weird there for a second. Are those all metal?
Yeah, I hit. What?
Those are all metal, right? Including the
Yeah.
gearing?
Yeah. Little motors.
What voltage are they rated at?
At 12 volts.
Oh,
3 to 12 volts.
3 to 12?
Yeah. Nearly as noisy as I thought they would be either.
Well, they don't get noisy until you put them inside the nacelle.
I did that. I played with one of them, had it placed inside the nacelle and everything.
So, which one is that for the JJ prize?
It's a Disco Prize.
Oh, disco
Disco
prize.
prize. Thought about putting some in the JJ prize too.
Oh yeah.
I saw a video of those,
Yep.
not, there are these like, I don't remember where it's from, but there are these like hub balls that use like cross-rotating blades. And I saw somebody put that in the JJ Prize. I'm thinking about probably doing that to get that dual spinning effect.
It was what now?
It's like little like hover ball. It's kind of like a quadcopter set of blades, like counter rotating blades on it. I have to find a link and put it on the Discord. But somebody took that and stuck it in the disco and stuck it in the JJ Prize and got the dual spinning counter rotating fans to work.
That might be interesting. If my Google Foo is any good. Hoverball?
Let me see if I can find it. I
Ball.
don't remember the name of the YouTube channel.
Remove that. I haven't worked on the shuttle in a week. Well, on the tower. I changed my mind on actually putting stuff inside the shuttle, and I've put the shuttle together. Eric and your 24 volts.
Put a link in the Discord. Try that.
What's that
In
link
the
for?
Discord?
Yeah, put a link to MS to the. Put a link to it in the Discord.
Using the
That is cool. He used that to do the spinners.
Yeah, it's a counter rotating. There's two axles counter rotating, and you use those. And if I can remember the name of the YouTube channel, I'll put it in the Discord later. Find the video.
so GB.
Let's say this.
GB, I'm going to be using the decals that came with the model, plus the Warbird decals. Not sure how much painting I'm going to have to do yet, but I know I'm going to have to do some. Right now the shuttle's just a flat white, and actually since I painted it, the doors, well, not always, but they tend to match up a little bit better. I think this sits in there that way. Maybe.
It's gonna take a while to dry.
Where are the railings? It's the only problem when I clean up is I don't know where anything is anymore.
Right.
Oh, and guys, I'm getting into a type of model that I've done a lot of, and then I stopped for a while, and now I'm getting back into them. Have you ever done any of the Metal Earth models?
Yes.
No.
I quit for a long
I
time.
have.
I quit for a long time, and then I've been looking at them recently. I'm like, oh my god, they have all of them colored now.
This.
Yep. I did that one once. When we moved from California, I ended up
Several
getting,
of them.
well, when we moved from California, I ended up getting rid of most of them that were built. Yep, did that one.
I have. Yeah, I have this colored one.
Oh yeah, that's what is it? The
Ron Weasley's house.
yeah. I picked up the other day, about 4 days ago.
I get a model of this. Weren't you?
Yep,
Oh, okay.
I picked up for $15 the Hogwarts train.
Oh, really?
Yep. There's this eBay seller that my experience, because I also have Deadpool now coming, is if you don't win the bid, they reach out to you almost immediately and say, hey, you didn't win, but second chance.
I also have this one that I haven't built yet.
That one looks nice.
That one looks like a pain in the butt.
Well, because I'm
Everything's round.
And that's what I was going to say, is because I'm starting to do them again, I picked up the tools, including the tools that are designed so that you can wrap your stuff around them to do the round parts. And GB, I asked Dana a while back if she was still making decals, and not right now. If I'm still working on well, actually I've got multiple shuttles, I might pick up a set of decals from her.
Dana?
Yeah.
Is she still making her decals?
No, she stopped making them because of trolls.
Yeah.
People would, you pay $30 for a set of decals, and you're like, for something this size, and then there's this microscopic spot right here that isn't right, and they, people were hassling her about that, and she's like, fine, I'm done.
That's ridiculous, ain't it?
It is.
Yep.
People are people, though.
Yep. So, by the way, guys, more on the saga of the 20 X-Wing mounts that were sent to me. Some other guy was sent 20 of them too. And he was like,
Really?
yeah, and he was like, I contacted Eagle Moss, or not Eagle Moss, D'Agostini, and they said they were going to send me a label to ship them back. And I'm like, that's funny. Exactly, GB. He said no decal is perfect. I was like, that's funny. I contacted them 2 weeks ago, had not ever gotten a response. I'm going to give it a little bit longer, and then I'm going to dispose of them how I see fit. And this guy he's a friend of the general manager for the United States, who claims he works for D'Agostini, but he doesn't. Comes out and he's like, blah, 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 threatening lawsuits and everything. I'm like, dude, chill out. So I'm waiting because supposedly he's going to have them send me a label. And I said, no, you need to send a FedEx truck because I'm not going anywhere.
What did he say?
Well, first he said, we're going to send you a label that you can print out. And I said, I don't have a printer. He's like, really? I don't have to have a printer. And I would be a lot more likely to help you out with this if you didn't turn on I'm an asshat right off the bat.
Yeah.
He did retract a lot of stuff. Well, it was funny because I took it from Facebook out in the open for everybody because I've dealt with this guy before, and so I put it into the private chat. He kept on threatening me with lawyers and everything. I'm like, dude, I ordered, they sent me 20 of them instead of one. According to the law, they're mine to keep and do as I see fit. So,
This is true.
yeah, so I'm now waiting to see what the next step is.
Let's see if they actually send you a label.
Yep. But see, that's the thing, is if they send me, I said, no, I'm not playing that game. I'd have been reasonable before, but you start being an idiot to me in public on Facebook. Even if you do, he did put an apology out there. But even so, you went off the deep end. I'm done being reasonable. You can send FedEx to my house to pick them up with a label. I'm not going to print a label. I'm not going to bring them anywhere. It's fun when people decide to be asshats about things.
Yep.
Back when DeAgostini was having trouble shipping the R2D2 parts, was when I first met this guy and started dealing with him and found out that he doesn't even work for DeAgostini. He's just a friend of a guy that runs the show. I just looked up and saw a dragon.
Yes.
It's a nice
Shovel
one.
is drying.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like the blue and the white. I like that color scheme.
Like tan and wings.
Okay.
So in case you guys are curious what I'm doing here, these are too tall. They're not quite in scale. They're supposed to be in scale for 1/144th. They're better in more in scale than the kit parts. But what I'm doing is I've already taken off the extension that lets them go even taller than they are, and I'm putting the base back on, and this box styrene here is drilled out on both sides so that I can set it down. Yes, there is, GB, quite a few asshats out there, but it's I decided that this is how much that the bottom of the pole is going to stick below the kit plastic. And so, since I did it on the, whoops, wire's going out the wrong spot. Since I did it on these ones, there's about 40 of these total throughout the kit.
Oh.
So I'm going uniform all over the place. There's let me put it this way. There's 40 of them that came with the kit. Right now I have 30 street lights. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy 10 more or not.
Video still not working, Spence? Maybe his audio's not working now either.
Oh, hold on. What'd you say? You kind of cut out.
I said, is your video not working still, Spence?
Oh no, I'm just kind of in the zone here.
Turned it off.
Now what it is he's actually, he's on a loop.
Yeah. I just go on a loop and then just put on a soundtrack. And occasionally, yeah, yep. Oh yeah, me too, man.
I get you.
This white and blue just doesn't work very nicely. Let me move that out of there. You know, before I go to all the trouble of gluing these things together, I should check and make sure they all work.
The lamps.
Yep. And if any of them don't work, I'm going to send it to you so you can solder a new SMD for it. Because those let's see, there. Come on, focus. Those are some tiny SMDs.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Think you can solder them for me? Donnie?
Possibly. Can you not hear me anymore, Buck?
I didn't hear you say anything to that. Most of the time I hear you.
Oh. Said possibly. Come back up, I'll let you worry about getting them back in the lamp.
Yeah, that would be interesting too. Which was why I bought these pre-made.
Painting minis, where's Eric now?
He's in the chat.
And he said that the dragon looks awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Eric, I don't know if you're listening, but I saw on the Discord a few days ago about giving the world for a snap kit. Did you really mean that? Because would you be willing? Would you work on a snap kit if you had one right now?
Absolutely, GB. All it's, it's a matter of hooking up to Discord and then joining the video chat. It just goes out onto YouTube through my OBS.
Yes.
Once we get you sorted out on it, then we'll be like, so what's wrong with you, Kenny?
Any of it. You know, the guy that got all of us started on, you think he'd be able to figure it out, right?
Yep. You would think.
What I think is that whenever Kenny does get sorted, we should do just like an open invitation to anybody on HLI for like a holiday, like group chat or group stream. Just anybody who wants to get on.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the max limit is for Discord.
Let's find out.
Or what the max limit would be for Kenny's computer to melt. But
I think it'd be more a problem of Discord melting.
yeah, the server crashing or something. Yeah, I think there should be like an end of the year or holiday something where just for like, or like when Kenny does another 8-hour wood laying session, just open it up to anybody that wants to join in through Discord.
Exactly. So, GB asked how to get to Discord, and I'm like, I don't remember.
Snap kits are it if I want to do any more. Okay. So like, no building, no painting, just putting it together and call it a day, I guess. See if I can find the Discord link. Well, no. I think only Buck could put that on. I think only Buck can put that on the chat, can't you?
Yeah, if I find it.
I'll put it on the Discord so you can link to it.
Yeah, I mean, if you know where it's at, I can.
Yeah, it's a topic on the community. I just need to find it. It's under announcements or general or something. Why am I not logged in?
You'd have to ask Spence that. Yeah, if you find it, just let me know, because I'm actually looking as well.
Oh, the stand verification code stuff.
That's to me every now and then.
It's like every month. Probably shouldn't have my phone up on the screen like that. But oh well.
You're not showing any phone numbers or anything, and your video's not working anyway, Spence.
It's not working. It's working on Discord.
I was asking you about a while ago.
And so I'm just frozen. You can't see me at all.
Two little boxes going round and round. No.
Okay.
I can't. Can you, Buck?
Yeah. He's going out to the world as well.
Buck can see me, but Donnie can't. Fascinating.
Here.
Alright.
HLI Discord forum, HLI announcements. There it is.
Yeah, here it is. I just saw it gone to it too.
Well, I finally got smart and hit search.
That's what I did.
Invite invalid. Okay.
Oh, it's expired.
Yeah, it's what it is that GB will have to
Now you can put up an invite link. Where is it? So on the Discord, up the top of the left pane where it says Hobby Link International, you click the drop down menu. There's an invite people, and you can copy the link.
Are you talking on Discord itself?
Yeah, go to Discord
Except,
on the Hobby Link International server. Up at the top left where it says Hobby Link International, is a drop down list. And you just click invite people, and there's a link you can copy.
Ah. So if I put this into the chat,
It should be able to link to it. Yeah, it says your invite link expires in 7 days. Gonna have to bug Kenny to fix that. That might be why there aren't as many people in the Discord.
well, that could be a Discord thing, you know. Maybe their invite links only last 7 days.
Yeah, and like I said, if that's the case, then if he doesn't keep it updated, people can't join.
Right.
what's fun is every time I do this, I have to search through the chat, or not through the chat, through all my open windows to figure out which one is the right one. Oh, come on. So here goes the first one.
That's weird though, because on the old site, there was a link that worked. And it wasn't an invite, it was some kind of external, like, launcher link or something. I don't know, I'd have to ask Kenny.
Well, I went and found that link.
Well, I think what we found was the invite link, but there was some kind of, like, link that launched, but on the old site, the old wall, there was some kind of link he had. It was like a little like widget or something that connected you to Discord.
If he was on, who I would say we should ask is Bud, because he's the most recent one that found his way over there.
That's true.
I saw him. He made a comment earlier about he's glad that he has he doesn't have his printer set up because he's got a 4-hour power outage going on.
Is it like a scheduled power outage?
Well, no, I don't think it is, but you know. Okay, that's 4 for 4. Good.
4-hour power outage, that's pretty specific.
Well, I think he's been without power for 4 hours. I just thought of something. I think it's been about a half hour ago that I made some tea, and it's sitting on the counter. Actually, it was about a half hour ago. I didn't make tea. I heated up water. I put sugar. I put tea in the cup and never poured the water.
Made it.
Yep.
Start that all over again.
Well, I have a teapot that is pretty good because what it does is it heats the water. I just flip a button and it stays on until it clicks off. Which kind of is a given.
That length of time would probably be off, though.
It was. I have a feeling that GB dropped off. I just heard it click off. Now let's pour the water on the tea.
Doesn't seem to be anybody talking in the chat anymore.
I think the chat.
Nah, I don't have any people even watching.
I just looked at YouTube and it says that there are still 2 people watching.
I've got a chat window open.
Yep. Hey, GB's in.
There you go.
Scoring.
Everything. Pearl burnt down to the ground. Eric just said, just got off the phone. What did I miss? Shovel crashed. You missed everything, Eric.
And I'm probably getting there for a minute.
Still frozen to you, Donnie?
Yes.
Let me. It's real quick here.
And because Bud says he sees you.
I do.
I think
No.
it's set.
Yes, yes, you are.
I just reset my camera, I guess.
And you're going out to the world.
Okay.
I think it's just that Donnie's blind in one eye.
Before Buck said you were showing up on YouTube and you were showing up on his.
Hang on. Let's try this, Donnie. Can you see him now? Do you see him now, Donnie?
I can.
Okay, so now,
Yes, I do.
now we'll go back to normal. Eric says he sees him too. I'm telling you, Donnie, you want to get your eyes checked because you're blind in that one eye.
I said I can see you now.
Ah, okay.
I reset my camera, so.
But that for like 15 minutes or so, it was just the 2 little boxes going round and round.
It's kind of odd. I don't know, maybe my connection.
So that would fix it, considering it was.
Maybe my
But Buck was
connection.
seeing you, and you were going out on YouTube.
Well, since he's hosting the chat or the stream or whatever, it may be my connection kind of teetered out and had to prioritize or something. I don't.
Well, it could be that Donnie's computer can't do any heavy lifting.
That's true.
It can't. It definitely can't.
One moment.
It's kind of funny. Every now and then I look up and I think my screen is Spencer's because of one knife.
Just have the cheap old generic Hobby Lobby X-Acto knife.
I have a few of
I
those.
got this. I got this one at Walmart.
I honestly don't remember where I got this one. I've had it for about 8 years, 7, 8 years.
I just have this one. Oh, wrong camera. I just have this one.
Oh, okay.
I got one of those. Wait, I got 2 of those.
I
Pretty
got
one.
box.
And the sad part is, I use the cheap plastic one for my chisel blade.
I have this one that I got free with my camera glass for my phone.
I remember that you replaced. What was it? You had to replace the screen, or was it? No, it was the.
Glass over the camera on the back.
Yeah,
It was the glass over the camera on the back.
yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah, how that got broke.
Donnie got attacked by a bear one Saturday night. That's how his camera glass got broke.
Could be.
I have bad memories about bugbears.
Lead bears.
Very first campaign, very first adventure I ever played. Total party wipe by Bugbear Zombie.
Me.
Bugbear Zombie.
One of the earliest games I ever played, I ran into the most irritating creature you can ever find. It was a 4-hit
A
point.
goblin?
No, a 4-hit point kobold with infinite regeneration. You just couldn't kill him, no matter what you did.
Clearly DM hates you.
No, it was just that weird. We were weird with things like that. I mean, my halfling elf, or not halfling, my half-elf thief.
You're halfling elf?
Yes, exactly. My half-elf
Just take,
thief ran into a geneticist and ended up with psionics.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Back when I played, we not only played D&D, we played Traveler, we played pretty much anything that would come along. And
We were allowed to. We played Faerun mostly, Forgotten Realms, but we were allowed to mix and match characters from other campaign settings. So I picked an Artificer out of Eberron, and we came across something similar to your Kobold. Where it was like very low HP, but just ridiculous amount of healing. So I took, because I'm an Artificer and I understand that arcane stuff and the really weird stuff, I took my bag of holding, grabbed another party member's portable hole, dropped it in, threw it at the guy and said, "Here, catch." And ran like hell. And ran like hell.
yeah.
And the black hole,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know if you can outrun that.
open a hole into the ethereal.
Yeah. But here, catch. I mean, ran.
Yeah.
Is, but if you're fighting a kobold with regeneration and he only has 4 hit points, all you gotta do is 4 hit points worth of damage to him and he's dead. Because once he's dead, he doesn't regenerate no more.
Yeah, except for the GM said he did. By the way, Donnie, what you should try one night, on one Saturday night, if you can find it, because it's not written for any specific game system. It's just a dungeon. It's called the Fantastic Phantasmagorical Monty Hall Dungeon, and Hall is spelled H-A-U-L.
Let's check that out.
It is hilarious.
I'll have to look for that.
Haven't seen it in quite a few years. Just because.
Wow.
Maybe whenever this bathroom situation gets sorted, I'll get back to my campaign. That'd be something for Eric to do, because he could just sit around and not have to put any physical effort into it.
Yeah, it would. It's kind of enjoying my little gnome and Eric's character thing.
Oh yeah, it's one. I've not walked away from it. It's going to happen. It's just that I've been way too freaking busy.
Know the feeling.
And I think in the end, it's probably going to be just you, me, and Eric when we get back onto it. Seems like the other couple of
I
folks.
think everybody just forgot about it.
Yeah, they were a bit flaky to begin with, so. Like, I had to keep poking them to, like, say, hey, you know, it's your turn. It's been like a week.
You gonna do anything?
Uh-uh.
I stand over in the corner and cower.
Wow. Just found it on Amazon for $40.
Dungeon?
Yes.
Is it like an officially? It's like an officially published thing. It's not like a homebrew.
It was a homebrew, but it was actually published.
Oh, okay.
We're talking in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
There, D20.
Wow. It used to be $3.95 and now they want $40 for it.
Inflation.
No, that's highway robbery, not inflation.
different than old model kits that sold for, $5 30 years ago, and now they sell for 105.
You mean the basic Klingon bird of prey from Star Trek, the original series? And that I
Klingon
think,
bird of prey is easy to find. The Romulan bird of prey is freaking impossible to find.
right, but that Klingon bird of prey, I bought one for $5, and these days you can't find it for under 30 or 40.
Right.
Freaking Buck Rogers Starfighter.
Yeah,
Exactly. Those the other day for $200. I want one of those so bad.
Now,
I don't bad.
I don't want to get political, but pretty much any Boba Fett thing that's going to say Slave 1 on it is going to get probably expensive before too long.
oh yeah.
Only.
Well, it's like Eric and I were talking about the General Lee. Finding one of those
Yeah.
with the flag.
It's getting harder and harder.
Yep.
I can't believe that IMDb is still streaming that series. That hasn't got took in yet.
Yeah. Don't give them ideas though.
I know.
Wondering if I should put lights on each floor here. I know I'm putting lights up here.
I wonder how much a Black Hole Cygnus kit cost when it first came out.
It's like $20.
It's
What?
I had one when I was a kid.
For a sealed box.
Yeah. I want one of those too, but not for that price.
No.
All the black hole stuff is crazy expensive.
I got a Maximilian kit for like $30, but it was partially built, taken apart. It's a lot of work. I'm going to do it at some point, but yeah, it's even those kits are just ridiculously expensive. I mean, round 2 does a lot of the old vintage NPC stuff. I would like them to release the Buck Rogers and just stick it to all the freaking eBay scalpers.
That right?
So I just realized something, guys. I forgot
What's that?
to plug in my phone.
Oh,
Oh, we're the one on the screen with blue.
Well, it went blue when I reset the camera. And I was like, what happened to my phone? Ah, look at that. I have another camera. Wow, that's way out of focus.
what's GB saying on HLI? Now other link won't let me in. So looking at HLI for Discord.
Wow, that camera is not focused. There we go. Until my phone comes back up. My phone's like, no, I'm at 3%.
I'm actually not using drug cam right now.
See how you are? Okay, it's coming up. I wonder if it'll let me stream the camera or not.
So, GB, when you say, I guess I don't understand what you're saying. When HLI now, other link won't let me in. So, are you talking about the link that Buck posted? Or
Bench went away and came back.
Yeah, Discord crashed for some reason.
Ah. So my phone just made a noise, so I think I should be able to switch back over to it.
I don't. The one bug posted won't let me in. Really?
Well, but you got in. I saw that you were in.
I think he said he got in, but when he tried to use the link to get back into Discord, it didn't work. If that's an invite link.
See, I already got in and joined it. That might be why it don't work.
Yeah, I think that was just an invite. Once you're in, then you just sign in to Discord, either on the browser or you download the app.
That sounds.
Log in.
Yeah.
I think it's just discord.com and then there's a browser. You can do it via browser. I don't think you have to download the actual Discord app.
The app on my computer.
I've got the app on actually all my computers and my phone. Let me see.
Without my phone too.
So GB, try that link. That'll take you to the HLI community where Kenny first mentions Discord. Although, let me see. Yeah, if you click on that, it'll open it in the browser. So let me close that back down before before things blow up. Computers tend not to like when you open 3 or 4 instances of the same thing. So Gundam, are those glue models or?
I get 3 or 4 different things.
So what?
Computer don't like it when I open 3 or 4 different things.
That's true. Some of the computers we have around here don't like it when you look at them wrong. So Eric said he can get some Gundam fairly cheap. Are you talking models or are you talking minis or what are you talking, Eric?
Probably talking models.
That's what I'm thinking, but you never know.
I thought about getting the Dragon Ball Z Bandai kits. Doing some of those up.
Some of the Transformer models. The G1s.
Yeah.
They're all Snap.
That don't matter.
Yeah, you
I
said
still want them. They're Transformers.
You said, Eric, that Snap kits are what you can do right now. So those would be perfect. Man, I hate it. Every time I touch something on here, I get a broken seam.
Well, stop breaking your seams.
Put some locator pins on this thing.
Hey, that I built didn't have a locator pin on the whole model.
Kind of like this one. Has a couple here and there. Fortunately, they've been in the right spot. I've had that too, where the locator pins are in the wrong spot, so you just sand them off so you can actually put the part together. They do. They make some actually pretty good snap figures for Star Wars, Eric.
Yep.
Oh, that,
Yes.
Yep. Can't go wrong with a stormtrooper if you just want to put it together and be done with it.
With most Bandai kits, you can't go
it
wrong.
has a stormtrooper.
Yeah, there are a few decals if you don't want to muck with decals, like for like Darth Vader and whatnot. You can get away with not needing the decals for the stormtrooper.
White and black.
And since the armor in the actual movie was white plastic,
Yeah. Eric said he made one that was a Death Trooper.
oh yeah, the black one.
One of the best lines out of that.
Seen him talking about making one.
Best lines from that whole movie was, "Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?"
I think it was funny that in the original, A New Hope, Obi-Wan talks about, you know, when they find the sandcrawler in the desert that's been shot up,
Yeah.
one says that it had to be done by stormtroopers because the damage was so precise.
Yeah. Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise.
But that's only when they're
Right.
aiming at
But
something.
then,
When they hit something, they are very precise.
it's just funny that stormtroopers couldn't hit them when they were escaping in the Falcon, but they weren't supposed to. They were letting them go.
Yeah.
That became the joke of the whole series, and from then on, stormtroopers couldn't get shit.
You got to remember, too, that they broke canon actually a little bit when they did the made what's his name? I think it was Finn, because the original canon,
But that's
I believe the original canon was that all the stormtroopers were clones of Boba Fett, or no, Jango Fett actually,
so fat. Right.
because that's wasn't that the whole
new
premise of the.
troopers in the new trilogy weren't clones. They weren't supposed to be clones.
Okay, because that was the whole point of
Yeah,
the Clone
was a
Wars.
quip- there was a quip from Kylo about maybe we should use a clone army instead, and whoever that commander guy was took offense. He's like, "Oh no! These people are programmed from birth. They're So.
Kind of said, "Oh no, not again." Great line out of Spaceballs.
Water my ass. Get this guy some Pepto-Bismol.
That's really, really irritating. They're supposed to be. Actually, wait. Let me double check. No, I'm on the right side, right level. They're supposed to be railing across here, but it doesn't fit. Maybe I can get that to work.
That's where you have to use your modeler skill. Make it fit.
Got my hammer.
That's why. That's why that's not a skill one model.
No, it's a skill level 5, and then I added lights to it, which adds about 3 skill levels to it.
Right?
So many times I'm like, why do I do this to myself? And then I think about it and I'm like, because I like to.
I'm not a masochist, I swear.
Just checking pictures right now. I have got 3 websites that are open on this computer all the time. Just so that I can go and look at the shuttle. Mainly at this scaffolding.
A launch tower.
Yeah.
Oh, terrific. I just found a huge casting bubble. Great.
Kit would not be a resin kit without casting bubbles.
Yeah, but it's just annoying. It's like, it looks fine, and then I go scraping away the flash, and then all of a sudden, oh, look, a bubble just appeared. Great.
That
You
wasn't
weren't
Flash.
there before.
That was the cover for my bubble.
You seen the videos where Lou Del Masso's building the 1/1000 scale Enterprise E?
That was a 650, yeah, but I saw that. Yeah, his little micro bubbles, that was insane.
Yeah, it was.
I saw that, what's his name? The Navy Starships guy, he's doing the 1000 scale Enterprise D. When he built that, that was fun to watch, but that Enterprise E was a bit of a
Yeah.
commitment.
And he ended up getting the top of the saucer replaced.
Yeah. But he was like filling all those little microscopic pits with like paint. It was crazy. I mean, this is a resin kit. There's imperfections. It's not going to be perfect. I'm okay with that. It's just, this could be cleaner. It could be better based on what I've heard from StarCraft or heard about StarCraft models. I mean, you can tell this is
Maybe you just-
this is either something like a set of molds that was near the end of its life and needed to be redone, or something, because there's a lot more here than I should have to be doing based on what I've been told about StarCraft.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about him.
And I'm also a bit too much of a perfectionist.
Kit that at one point I thought, well, it's not really, it's a kit, but it isn't. It was never actually, no, he did sell a couple copies of it. One that I always thought would be a lot of fun to do, but oh my God, would it be a lot of work to do as well, was Steve Neal's 6-foot Enterprise.
Oh yeah.
No.
That would have been a blast to do, but it would have been like a 2-year project, 3-year, maybe 2 or 3 decade.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably a decade for me.
He has a big, huge studio scale bird of prey too, don't he?
I don't know if he did that or not.
I know Simon Merckx did that. That was That was Nice at Models. That's the name of the place, the outfit that did it. I don't think that's even for sale anymore. It was like a $4,000 model. It was something pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It looked freaking awesome, though.
Yeah.
Can I?
I will make a prediction. I think 1,000 scale Enterprise D from round 2 is probably going to happen. I think it's going to happen.
That would be
I could
awesome.
be wrong because I'm waiting on the Voyager, and I've seen a couple preview builds of it. And the way they've done the clear plastic this time, I think might lend itself to bigger scale things being molded in clear, as opposed to this brittle stuff.
Yeah.
They used basically like a really translucent white styrene instead, which is a lot stronger, and I think
That if they would do a 1,000 scale Enterprise D.
it wouldn't be as much of a nightmare to try to make it with that, because with that brittle plastic. I saw that, and just when I saw the preview builds of Voyager and seeing that actual styrene, I just got a spidey sense. It was like, yeah, I think that might be sort of a prelude. And I've never seen stuff like that done before, personally.
They would do a 350 scale Reliant.
That would be cool. Well,
Keep saying,
there are aftermarket kits out there to do that.
Have you seen the price?
Yeah.
they keep claiming that they don't have the reference material. That they're missing a couple of key shots for details and whatnot. And they've actually gone out and asked people on Facebook and whatnot if they have reference images that they can use. I don't know how much I believe that, but that's what their claim is.
They've made a 1,000 scale Reliant. So, they've got most of the detail. It doesn't have to be perfect.
No, it's just, like I said, I don't believe a lot of what they're saying about it, but, and again, I really couldn't say, so. I mean, after the Grissom, that's just about everything in the movie era that's 350.
Yeah.
Angle they can't get for detail because I found bunches of pictures of the online.
What the thing is they're concerned that people are going to look at it and go, when they make it at that scale and go, but this is the same detail you had on the 350 or on the 1,000 scale, or the, what is it? 4/70th scale, I think, is what they have right now.
537.
537.
Yeah, they have the old ANT 537, and then they came out with a new one with 1,000 scale a few years ago.
They retooled the 537 to fix a few things like the thickness of the saucer and whatnot, but I don't think they made any other detail changes to it.
That's the thing. I don't care about the details that much. I want the damn kit.
Right. As long as it has a respectable level of detail, it doesn't have to be perfect.
But there are people out there who really want that extra little bit of detail.
Then they're more than welcome to put it there.
Yeah. This is awesome. This entire piece. This is gray. This is white. And this is actually two pieces here. No locator pins.
Nice.
Yeah. No locator pins. And you can see, let's see if you can. Now you can't see it on the camera. Maybe if I, there, you can see how it's got that little indent there in the middle. Wasn't even flat. Same with the backside.
Was it supposed to be flat?
It should be, in my mind. I mean, I'm not sure what goes through here. It's some sort of a, you know, the boom arm goes out and actually attaches to the shuttle or the external tank. I'm not sure which. But it goes on there right where I've got it. Hell, it could even be locks. And this is my guess at the angle it's supposed to be at. I'm hoping I'm close. What's going to be funny is there's going to be a square hole in the side of the tanks, and they're going to be it's going to be up here like an inch higher, and I'm going to be like, oh, really? God damn it! There went my rating again.
Glue it together with extra thin.
Already glued it with the Tamiya extra thin, and since it's glued to, these three pieces are all glued together. Once I glue it to the tower, it's there forever. Although if I
Put more extra thin on it and it'll come back apart again.
yeah, no, it won't. I painted
If you
it.
need to move it.
I painted it too. No, what I just thought about, if I can get it in screen, where the purple tape is, if I have to, I'll just heat it right there and bend it. Rattle can. Damn it. It appears that Krylon,
It appears what?
that Krylon and Rust-Oleum white and gray primers do not like each other so much. Nice orange peeling there.
Not good.
And the sad part is that piece has been up there and dry for 2 weeks.
What did you put on first? Was that Rust-Oleum?
Yeah.
Yep.
The same kind of paint?
No, two different brands.
But I mean, are they both enamel or both lacquer or what?
believe they're both. Hang on. I don't actually see where it says whether it's enamel or lacquer. All I know,
It might not say.
well, all I know is this one and this one do not get along together. So this is going to be a slight shade different than the rest of the tower. Or actually, if I sand it and sand all the paint off,
Oh, yeah.
that's what I get for actually doing the right thing and painting it all white and, you know. Focus. There we go. So GB, the invite on Kenny's website on the HLI says invalid.
Did he not ever get into Discord?
He did, but
He got in.
when
He
he
did
went,
through the link Buck posted on the YouTube chat.
Well, if he got in and created an account, he should be able to just.
Yeah.
Good,
You can
then.
just go to discord.com or whatever. Just go to Google, type Discord. Somewhere there should be a login button. Just log in with the credentials you used when you first went in, and you'll join. You can join Discord through the browser that way. You can also download the app, put it on your computer, and log in through that if you want. It doesn't matter which way. But if you click on that link on HLI, that's we discovered that's an expired link. Gotta email Kenny about that.
Well, also though, if he's already used the invite and joined Discord, that might be why Buck's link don't work for him anymore.
And that is. That's why if you just go to like discord.com or I think that's what it is, you can just there's an actual login button. You just use the credentials you use to sign up.
well, I just pulled a new invite, so let's see what happens. So try that one, GB. That is brand new, fresh, just pulled invite. Sorry, I'm out of frame, guys. Doing this on the edge of the desk. Or, it's not a desk, it's a table. Amazing how soft it made the paint that was underneath. He's in again. This time save your login information.
Yeah, you should be able to open your browser. Let me do it here while I talk. You should be able to open your browser. Just go to discord.com. And there should be, yeah, there's a big button there that says open Discord in your browser. Or there should be like either that or a button that says login or something. And then you should be able to enter your credentials and open up a Discord and open up that way. And whenever you get it sorted, then I'll have to, me or Buck will have to delete the other GB's model works.
We can do that?
For moderators, I think we can. You don't have to be, I don't think you have to be an admin. Let me check. Server settings.
Oh wow.
Members.
You can't delete them, but we can kick them.
I got a button here that says prune. I'm afraid to click it.
Well, I got a profile you can kill. If you go and
Where
look,
does it say that?
if you go on down,
Kick or I got kick and ban.
yeah. Well, if you look
Yeah.
down, past Kenny where the Mark B is,
Hold on, no, not the right window. Where are you? General discussion. Where are you talking about?
down in the list of people on the right hand side,
Yeah,
the offline,
yeah.
Mark B is somehow ended up with 2 profiles. I have not been in that one since like day 2. So I can either kick it or you can.
Let me see. Let me try it. Server settings. Members. Mark B. Mark B 5987. Let me kick you. See what happens. Are you sure you want to kick? We will be able to rejoin again with a new invite. Okay, off with that. Let me click ban. Would you like to ban? Reason for ban, delete message history. Now you can delete their history, you can delete every message they've done the past 7 days, so you can like ultra ban them. They got a little gif of Thor throwing down a ban hammer. I'll just kick you. I'll just kick Mark B. Okay, reason for kick. Evil twin.
Exactly.
Reason for kick, evil twin, kick. Okay, looks like he's kicked.
Yep, gone.
Oh wow, I have a lot more power than I probably should have.
Did you just kick Kenny?
No, I'm afraid the privileges don't go that high. There is actually a privilege order.
Yeah. Did not even know we could do that. Had no clue we could do that. We are powerful. Okay.
Oh, maybe is it that? Maybe you could. I'm a moderator.
I'm gonna try this again, and if it cracks again, not sure what I'm gonna do because I sanded it down to plastic.
Just go use 2 different primers.
Yeah. Why not? I like to primer things twice. I'm using primer as my main paint. Is that sad or what?
No.
Beautiful. No crackage.
It's not dry yet.
It was cracked almost immediately last time.
That message, if that band sends a message to Kenny, since he's the admin or the creator, he might.
What's this band up for?
Told you the reason, evil twin.
How do you know I'm not the evil twin?
Well, it's too late for that now, unfortunately.
Yeah. Did I tell you guys how I got more wires up through this tower?
Carefully.
Yeah, that too. Damn it, I hate it
You
when that
mentioned
happens.
it, but I can't remember now.
I drilled a second hole inside the house at the bottom of the tower, or building, very carefully, so I didn't, did it by hand so I didn't catch any wires. And then I ran a tube within a tube of styrene up inside, and very carefully went through the square holes in the central tower to get the wires actually down inside the tube.
What you're saying is you put a square or a round peg in a square hole.
Exactly, and it fit.
There you go. Yeah.
I gave serious consideration to trying to just solder straight onto the points on the LED tape that's already in there. But I didn't want to melt any floors like
Too
it.
serious because you didn't do it.
Yeah, because I already melted the floor up on the top here. You can't, you can almost see it, and yes, these are still loose. Not going to glue them. Wonder if it'll focus. Oh, damn it! Nah, it's,
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
yeah, you can see it over here, where my finger is. How it's a little
Yeah.
bit rippled there.
Yep.
And I just knocked one of the boom arms off of the tower. Damn it. I'm sad now.
Butt stops talking, it gets quiet.
Huh?
Yep.
What happened?
When Butt stops talking, it gets quiet.
It does. I think that's why people always, people enjoy my streams is because I talk incessantly.
I guess I'm just not quite at that phase where I can talk and focus at the same time. I'm not at the walk and chew gum phase yet.
The other military guys can tell you it's because of my background as a shirt. They teach us to talk about anything forever. Becomes second nature to just be able to talk.
Well, I can talk about anything, but it's hard to talk about anything and concentrate on something else.
That's what I'm saying is
Spits on that.
I've learned to do that.
And then there are people who just, love to talk.
Yeah, that's me too. What's funny is I used to be afraid of public speaking. Yep. And now I'm on YouTube talking to the world.
Seeing you as being afraid to talk in public.
Exactly. A lot of people are like, "What? No way."
I used to be, and then, go on presentations, go on conferences. That kind of went away really quick. My boss tricked me into my first public talk. He's like, yeah, you can go with me because you've never been to a conference, and, you can see what it's about, and all that stuff.
By the way, did I tell you you're presenting?
What?
That's what he said to you later. Is, by the way, did I tell you you're presenting?
Yeah, he's like 5 minutes before the talk, he's like, oh, I have something's wrong, and I gotta go take a really important phone call. Here, you do the talk. Huh?
Huh? Followed immediately by,
yeah,
I hate you?
Like, well, no, this is just as much your research as it is mine. You know what to say, you know what to answer, just go do it. And then I catch him an hour later after the talk, it's like, you didn't have a phone call. He's like, no, I went got drinks with a couple of my friends.
But that's important. I have to lay the tower down so that this will dry.
Be right back, guys.
Is that, Donnie, that dragon, is that like a WizKids thing, or is that Reaper? Or...
Yeah, this one is the WizKids.
Okay. Is
It's
that,
WizKids.
How much was that?
Bucks.
How much?
It was $29.95.
Okay. I've been thinking about getting a couple of those WizKids dragons. Painting a couple of them up.
Nice. I've got all of them.
Yeah.
Got all of them. It's kids, dragons, gargantuan ones.
Yeah. That's
And
what I was
I've got a bunch of the. I've got a bunch of the Reaper dragons.
Yeah. And I'll get to
This
paint
one
minis
is.
at time.
One is from their Pathfinder line.
Yeah, yeah. It kind of looks familiar.
I'm back.
It was quiet again, wasn't it?
Not completely.
Back.
Talking about painting minis. We can only talk about painting minis with Buckley's.
You can talk about painting minis.
I don't like painting minis. I like painting minis.
Maybe someday.
Even though he paints minis, he just won't admit that he paints minis.
Actually, I don't paint minis because I'm not painting those figures. Wife and I both agree that they suck.
You're gonna buy a replacement and paint them, right?
I'm thinking about it. She's like, no, I'm going to buy some figures and we're just going to put those on. And I'm like, but they don't match. She's like, I don't care.
What, she wanna buy some that are already painted?
Pretty much. Which I don't mind that. I just don't like when she wants to buy the ship's 1/50th, I think, and she wants to buy ones that are taller than an inch and a half.
So the pearl is gonna be crewed by giant?
Exactly. Why do I have a feeling? That's what. I'm sitting here looking at this going, why isn't it going through? It's because there's the bracing piece that's underneath there. And that is why, what just happened there is why I do it before I do the rail, because I learned. I snapped off the rail when I did the first four. That is going to be a really unique place to try and solder. That's going to be a really interesting place to try and solder right under there.
Do it.
Oh, I know, because it's got enough wire I can actually solder further over to the left.
So you soldered up the lights in the nacelle on that Vulcan shuttle higher than the nacelle.
Wow.
I screwed up.
You screwed up. How?
I cut the lights to light up the chiller grills,
Uh-huh.
and then I tested them in there. I cut the lights for the chiller grill, you know, the LED strip,
Yeah.
and then I fit it in there to make sure it was the right length, and I thought, well, I'm going to have this will diffuse with some of that polyester fiber stuff. So I put some of that in there, put it up, and it looked good. So I glued it in place, and then I realized, shit, I was going to solder all those little wires to that LED strip.
Oh man.
Get it inside in itself.
Wow.
I may do that on here because I'm going to put an LED strip 6 lights long under here. Still not sure if I'm doing any LED strip under the other two on the other 2 floors.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Donnie, just like we discussed earlier,
Yes.
I'm not laughing with you, I'm laughing at you.
About what?
About the cells. About the fact that you forgot to solder stuff to it.
I laughed about it once I got everything soldered.
I'm very pleased that the Millennium Falcon is still hanging on the wall. I was concerned when I first hung it up there.
Nice.
You know, something about hanging a 45-pound
Well, you
item.
attached it to the stud, didn't you?
Yes. It was one of these things, though, that I attached it to the stud, but the studs in that wall are funky. So if this is a stud, should go completely straight up and down. I hit the
The
center.
problem is you can always get a hold to that guy on Facebook and tell him you're going to sue him because his bracket was defective.
Yeah. No. Well, it's funny because I hit the stud here, and I went perfectly level up and missed the stud. The stud in that outside wall is instead of being straight up and down like this, it's an angle.
Whoa, what happened?
Donnie doesn't like us anymore? You just kicked Donnie, didn't you?
I didn't kick Donnie.
And he's
Wait a
back.
minute, how did GB's Model Zone?
Looked like he created his own group. I didn't even look.
Is that right?
No. Something's funky. GB's Model Zone, all one word, and now we have GB's Model Zone 2 words.
Oh, he's in there twice now.
And this makes the third one, I think. Yeah, because we have GB's Model Zone all caps, GB's Model Zone one word, GB's Model Zone now 2 words.
Yeah, see that. Should ask him, since he is now actually on
Yes.
the 2 words one, ask him which one's the correct one that we're keeping. Then after you kick him, I'll just email Kenny and say, man, Spencer's gone mad with power. He's kicking everybody.
He just started yelling, "Do not disrespect my authority!"
I just think of the Simpsons movies. Like, you've gone mad with power. It's like, yeah, but have you ever gone mad without power? It's boring. Nobody listens to you.
That should work. That's awful lot of work for one light.
It's worth it.
It is. I've posted pictures of this thing. I know exactly how worth it is. I love the way this thing looks when it's lit up in the dark.
It's always worth it for lights.
Indeed it is.
Heck, sometimes I get to putting the lights on a model, get the model put together and say, "Yeah, I'm done." Oh crap, I still gotta paint it.
Don't always paint the model. I have made a few models without paint. But I usually paint in progress.
Some in progress, but it's hard to fix seams and stuff if you've already painted.
It's not that hard. I fixed some seams on my
I
NX-01
can't never get.
after it was painted.
After it was painted.
Yep. Mainly the ones on the nacelles. I mean, it's not perfect by far, but it's also like the third or fourth that I lit. Let's see, is this? No, of course
It turned out
it's.
really good too.
It did. Of course, this did not set. The glue actually came loose. I was about to pick up the tower, but that boom that I knocked off was still loose.
Come on, you had one job. One job.
Damn it! It fell off again. In case you couldn't tell. What's going to happen is I'm going to end up getting frustrated, and then I'm going to end up gluing this thing on backwards. Then I'll be really mad.
And you glue it on backwards, it'll stay.
Yeah, except for the fact that the end of it here, I'm not even on the video. So the end of it here, see where it's slanted? It actually has to go this way on the
Yes.
tower. It goes this way on the tower because that meets up, that's the white room that meets up with the shovel itself. Very, very inventive name they have for that thing too. The white room. Because
It's aptly descriptive.
it's very white. It's all white, as a matter of fact.
Yes. Aptly descriptive.
Yep.
What's the white room? It's the white room.
You know that room that's all white? That's the white room.
Exactly.
Man, wait, is there gonna be a quiz after this?
Uh-huh. There is actually.
Gotta write this. Gotta write this down. White room equals white room.
Exactly.
See, that's the trick question.
This is the bonus question.
No! Damn it. These railings are so fragile.
You should get photo etch ones.
I looked at the photo etch kit for this thing for a long time, and I decided that $300 was just a little bit out of my reach.
No.
I mean, it's a fantastic photo etch kit. It
I would
basically,
hope so.
well, it basically replaces almost every floor, all the railings. It's insane how much photo etch there is.
It replaces the floors.
Yep. Makes them thinner, more detailed.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think they make it actually anymore.
Probably not. Then again, I guess that depends on who made it to begin with.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we are 3 hours into this. I'm going to close down the stream.
Yeah,